Hello and salutations, it's me, Salty. Welcome back to Sensoys, and today I'm going over the Masters of the WWE Universe Undertaker. Like I mentioned previously, I know just about Motu to sound like an idiot, and I know even less about wrestling. I know some of the wrestlers from the 80s and 90s. When I was a kid, I never really got into it. Shocking, I know. I know who the Undertaker is. I was asked to review this by my old lady. She's really into wrestling. So I got her Undertaker and I got her the Manny Faces of the New Day. So that review will be coming soon. So I'm doing this for her. This is a Walmart exclusive line made by Mattel. They're like $14-ish. Looking at the card, it's very reminiscent of the Masters of the Universe. Same kind of long rectangle with a big logo at the top. I do remember this logo. When I was a kid, it was WWF, and then there was like WWE and WCW, and I don't know. I kind of lost track of how many there are. But you see, we get the Undertaker. His bag of accessories is behind him. Looks like a little comic book here. On the back, we get a stylized cartoon version of the figure. It says includes collector's book, so that must be what that thing is. Glows in the dark. A little bit of a read up here. It gives you 3 other people who were available. The New Day, or the Many Faces of Positivity, I guess is what it's called. So that review will be coming as well. So it seems like the wrestlers are mostly kind of combined with existing Motu characters, which I believe Undertaker's kind of a take on Scareglow, and I think that's kind of cool. I love glow-in-the-dark figures anyway. So I'm going to cut him off the bubble. We'll go over articulation and all the other stuff that's in there. So here's a little book. As you can see, I think that's The Rock, Macho Man, Undertaker, the New Day. I don't know their names individually enough to know who that is, and I have no idea who that guy is in the back, or who that's supposed to be. But it gives you the same 4 from the back of the card, and on the inside, it gives you a little bit of a read-up, how tall he is, how much he weighs, what his superpowers are. It says foreign object is Soul Scythe and Undead Armor, and gives you a little bit of a comic book here, just 5 panels. Still kind of cool though. So here's the armor, which is black and has some kind of silver buttons here and there. 3 molded in daggers there in the back, and a place to looks like hold a sword or maybe hold a weapon. Very reminds me a lot of Triclops' armor. I can't think of Scareglow off the top of my head. Maybe this is the armor that Scareglow wore. I remember him having a cape more than anything, but you can let me know down in the comments if you're an aficionado, because I don't know this stuff very well. Here is his, what they called the Soul Scythe, I think is what they said. This looked more like a halberd, but, cast in purple. Very bendy, but I think that's kind of cool. And here's the Undertaker himself. Kind of feels like a thin plastic. Still pretty cool design overall. I like the kind of the bones on here, which again I think is supposed to be an homage to Scareglow. And I do love glow-in-the-dark plastic. Before I go over anything else, let's go over articulation. I believe he has a dumbbell in the head and neck. He can only look up that far because his hair crashes into his back. He can only look down that far because his goatee crashes into his chest. He can look to the side that far and the side that far. Again, his hair kind of limits his articulation. A little bit of tilt. Shoulder can spin 360, but it does go at an angle because the port and the hole are at an angle. Shoulder comes up at 90. Single jointed elbow comes up that far. Elbow swivel. We have wrist swivel and wrist pivot. Waist swivel, kicks forward that far, kicks back that far, kicks out to almost 90. Single jointed knee comes up that far. Knee swivel, boot swivel, ankle goes back, forward that far, and ankle rocker. Having to pull off the head to put the armor on, I was right, that is a dumbbell, which with the armor on limits articulation even more. He can't look up or down anymore, and he can't really look side to side either. Like, you can force it, but it's got to move the armor around. Looks pretty cool with the armor on. I'll admit that, but I'll probably end up taking the armor off and leaving it off. I like the kind of painted on skeleton a little bit more. The halberd, or soul scythe, whatever they call it, fits in the hand just fine, and he is able to hold it with both hands. So with a little finagling, it fits. And you can get the halberd to fit in that sheath back there, so if you want to store it there, you can. Now, his whole gimmick is that he glows in the dark, which doesn't show up real great on a webcam, but he glows green, and it's quickly dissipating. And there he is next to the Prince Adam from the Origins line and the Zodak from the original Motu line. You can see they're all on the same scale. The Masters of the WWE Universe, they share the same articulation as the Origins line, or maybe Origins shares their articulation. I'm not sure which came first, the chicken or the egg in this situation. That's kind of cool, honestly. Like I mentioned before, I don't know much about Motu, and I know a lot less about wrestling. but he could just be a random goon that you put into your Motu display if you want to, or, maybe you could work in He-Man into your wrestling displays or something. But he's a fun figure. I like glow in the dark stuff, and I was pretty much told I had to make this review. So, sorry for the lack of enthusiasm. Anyway, I gave you the kind of brass tacks on the figure, what he does, what he looks like, and it's pretty cool. I like it. Let me know down below, I guess, who your favorite wrestler is, or if he is based on Scareglow, or, if he's like an amalgamation of Triclops and Scareglow, because, I don't know, again, when I think of Scareglow, I remember the cloak and the halberd, but I don't remember the armor. I probably sound like an idiot. Like I said, I know just enough about Motu to sound like an idiot, so. Anyway, thank you for stopping by today, and until next time, I'm Salty, signing off.